Hi, I'm Toby Malcolm. I'm the team leader for the New Zealand Nature Program. The program is based here in Wellington, New Zealand. We have a team of 9 volunteers, and our work is mostly done around the Wellington region. Some people often ask why international volunteers are needed in New Zealand, because it is a first world country. However, in conservation we have a lot of work to do. We have some pretty serious issues and a lot at stake. New Zealand geographically has been isolated for about 80 million years, and in that time some quite unique flora and fauna have evolved, independent of mammalian predators. So a lot of our wildlife, especially birds and so on, have evolved without those introduced predators. Since humans have arrived, which is about 1,000 years ago, there was a lot of habitat destruction with burning of the forests to create farmland. They also brought animals such as species of rat, stoats, ferrets and weasels. So essentially in New Zealand what we're facing is a big problem with decline in our species due to those introduced predators. So a lot of the work that we do is helping to remove those introduced predators, and also even with things like introduced plants. We have something like 20,000 introduced plant species to New Zealand. Some of them have pretty significant impact on the native forests, and so some of the projects we do help to try and push back those weeds. So some of the examples of the projects that we work on here in Wellington. Otaru Wilton's Bush is a forest remnant in the Wellington region, and we have a revegetation plot that we've been involved with for several years, and we go there each month and monitor how the plot is doing, and also do tree releasing, which is actually just weeding around the trees to make sure the grass doesn't shade out the plants and kill them off. So that's doing really well. Another project we're involved with in Wellington is in East Harbour Regional Park. Each month we maintain a possum control line. Now, possums were introduced from Australia in the 1800s. It's since been found that possums have a huge impact on both the forest ecosystems, as well as competing for food and berries and so on with our native wildlife. So the Australian brush-tailed possum is a big pest here, and we go through and follow a trap line and check the traps and rebait them, and we also help to reduce the number of rats in the park by refilling rat bait stations. One of the other projects we do on a regular basis is monitoring of New Zealand fur seal around the Wellington coastline. We have several sites that we visit each month and do counts on the number of seals. The way the program is structured is that we work from generally Monday to Friday, 8:30 till 5 p.m. We have a new project every 1 or 2 days, so it is kept as varied as possible, and that's so that people get to experience as much of Wellington as they can while they're here. We have a volunteer house, Ko-Fi House, and the volunteers live in a communal style arrangement where they're sharing a bedroom with 1 or 2 other volunteers, and all the cooking and house duties are shared around. So it's a lot of fun. In the weekends, volunteers have free time, and there are lots of attractions in Wellington, either nightlife or during the day. There's things like Te Papa, the National Museum, and lots of wilderness areas to visit.
It's very interesting living 9 of us all together in one little house, but the house is lovely, and we have a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend the programme. It's absolutely fantastic. Everyone who works here is lovely. The team leaders, the guys who take us out are great, but also the people we work with, every single one has been fantastic.
Yeah, that's very
places
true.
where we go.
Yeah. One of the good things is that you do different projects every day, more or less. So in the 2 weeks I've been here, I haven't done the same thing twice, so it's been really good.
I think I enjoyed Otaru Wilton the most, just because it's an absolutely stunning place to be, and Jonathan, who we work with, is a really cool guy, really into his trees, And we get to do different things. We're not always doing weeding or planting or something. We're doing a lot of varied stuff, so it's really good fun.
Anyone who's thinking of doing it, do it.
Yeah, definitely.
You see so much of Wellington and New Zealand that tourists don't see, and you get opportunities to meet people who are really committed to the environment that you just wouldn't meet at home probably.
I think like the biggest difference that you make when you come down here is just meeting the people, because it gives you a new personality, kind of a new perspective of the world, and that's the biggest difference, I think.
Throughout your time here in New Zealand, myself and Dan will be here to look after you, to provide any support we can and answer any questions and make sure you have a really good time. So thank you very much for listening, and we look forward to seeing you in New Zealand. Your help will be very much appreciated, and we know that you'll enjoy your time here.